What's up, you lovely lurkers? Scott and Willy here again. But what do you think about getting paid to move to Ireland? A Reddit update, a crabby battery, and a billionaire boner battle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure. I hope I don't implode. So let's lurk. Now, Scott, okay. It's been a while since you and I have gotten together. Time is relative as you listen to this podcast because, one, it's a podcast. Two, we record at weird times. We had just both woken up in the last episode. I mentally wasn't all there. Is this 2 in a row for the game of subjective? Are you just kicking my ass right now?
I have a commanding 3-2 lead in the standings. But who's counting? I'm counting. All right, so you know what that means. And for those of you that don't, every single week we play a little game. It's called Subjective. We pick a subject, and then we have to pick the 5 best things to make up the best team, and then we have you vote on it. So last week, it was gas station snacks, and everybody chose that my terrible taste buds to win the battle. So what that means is I get to pick the subject, and Willy gets to pick first. So this week's subjective, we're going to go with bands, specifically musical bands.
Now, it can't be an individual. Like,
Correct.
You can't pick T Swift or Beyonce, the epic 2000s battle that is happening. No, it's got to be a band. And for my number one pick, the Beatles.
How trite. How expected of you, Willy. But since you took such a juggernaut off the board, I'm gonna go with there's so many, right? But for my first pick, I'm going with Queen.
They were on my list. Oh, I don't have anybody if it weren't for Queen. Oh, they're so good. Then I'm gonna go a little bit newer of an artist.
Oh.
Metallica.
Oh. I see. That was a retaliatory pick. I get it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm going to go with the American Beatles. For my number 2 pick, we're going the Beach Boys.
Ooh, cute. You're thinking about that movie Barbie, aren't you? You know what I'm not going to do? I'm going to go with
party.
the fun-loving, the best, the Foo Fighters.
Why are you taking all of my picks? I
know this game, Scott. You're coming for I'm coming for blood.
Oh man. Wow. Okay. You got 3 awesome bands. I think I have to combat some of the newness that you keep bringing to this. Ooh, well, you're going Foo Fighters. I'm going to go with even earlier Dave Grohl then. I'm going with Nirvana for my 3rd pick.
Oh, they were on my list. I'm going to keep bringing it back. For my number 4 pick.
Okay.
Oh, you can't beat them. The Supremes.
All right. Okay. Your balance. We're going for balance here. Mm-hmm. If you're going to do the Supremes, I don't know. Oh, man. Okay. All right. This has to be smart. This has to be I've got nothing. I literally have nothing. You've broken. You've dug so deep into my list.
I broke him.
I am seriously broken right now. I'm struggling.
Yes.
I have. All right. I just have to go with, I guess, the bigs. and go with what everybody, I hope, picks. The Rolling Stones. I'm going the Rolling Stones.
That's a great pick. I'm surprised you were able to pick that up off the ground.
I don't know why I struggled so much on that one, but it was just... Okay, go. Just your turn. Take
My
it.
final pick of the night, already on my list because I knew you wouldn't get there in time. Radiohead.
Fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's not all good. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There's so many good bands. How do we really even have something like this? Okay. Then for my final pick, we're sure this is the final one?
This is it.
Okay. The most modern band I can think of, and I don't even really like them that much, but maybe the Lurkers will. I'm going with Coldplay.
It's a good band. It's a good band.
Solid
you had bands like Boston, the Monkees, you had U2, the Ramones,
Beastie Boys.
Come on, you had so many options. But
I know.
Hey, this game is nothing if not subjective.
That's
Lurkers,
right.
go onto the socials. Let us know who wins. And if it's not, then you're wrong.
Well, speaking of wrong, if there's something that's going on with Reddit, I don't want it to be right now.
Oh, God.
Because we used to have a little show called There's a Sub for That. Maybe you've heard of it. And our entire subject matter was Reddit. But we saw the forest through the trees, saw that a lot of things were about to go down, and we decided to bail.
It was on fire.
It was
We're
a
in
dumpster fire.
We're in the deep north. We see it. It's on fire, Canada.
Yeah, and we smelled the smoke. We saw the haze. Willy, what's going on with Reddit these days?
So The Verge has been covering this ad nauseum. I got that word right?
Ad nauseum.
Okay, Listen, I've been repeating to myself penultimate all week. Like, you fucking idiot. You're so stupid. The internet is going to look down on you. I hate everybody here, okay? But
I want to go home.
ad nauseum, The Verge has been covering Reddit's bullshittery, if we can call it that. And so here's a few updates to just get everybody informed. Number one, The Verge reached out to Reddit and said, we're going to publish all of this. You got to give us something. And they said, we're not going to give you anything, but we will tell you when you're wrong.
What does that even mean?
That means they're not going to tell them anything, and they're just going to correct them. They're playing it so coy and dark. They're being the big bad bully. And Reddit, I don't know what kind of like house made of glass throwing stones they are, because it doesn't make any sense. Just like that sentence. So the mods have done something this week.
Okay.
The mods were like, fine, you want to push for advertisers? You think you have the power? Guess what? Dozens, hundreds of subreddits have listed their entire channels as NSFW to prevent advertising on them.
Okay,
and we're talking big ones. We're talking big subreddits.
What does that mean, though? Like, what does it mean you can't advertise on these NSFW subreddits?
So if you're like a, one of those.
Tell me more.
If you're when it goes in, you're not. Look it up.
Okay, I'm gonna Google. Oh my God!
Break your silence. If you were to look it up, Scott, there aren't ads for those subreddits because advertisers are like, whoa, I don't want to put my ads. I don't want to put this Visa ad against porn.
But hold on. Like, so you're telling me that there's a bunch of people that will go out and sponsor a podcast like Call Me Daddy, which literally just talks about sex, or Barstool Sports will go out and do that Only Stands podcast. They have to have advertisers on there, but Reddit can't go buy your car muffler, get a Jiffy Lube in under 30 seconds on a porn sub.
They can, but they're not going to put it on like some illicit site that is specifically meant for that type of content versus being a little like cavalier, like a podcast, like us. So you got all of these safe for work subs saying we're not going to do that. Well, then guess what? Reddit said, you know what? You're playing with fire. We're going to throw fire. We can remove mods now. We're just going to remove mods. We're going to ban mods from subreddits. So political humor went one step further and said, okay, you want to ban mods? Everybody that's subscribed to r/political humor is now a mod of r/political humor.
They're doing the old pan trick or hook trick. They're doing the bangarang. They're just going back and forth.
I don't think there's a winner in any of this.
No, this is very Ukraine, Russia, I feel, and none of us enjoy it.
No.
So I guess, has there been a response from Reddit because they made everybody mods, or are we just gonna have to find out next week?
We're gonna have to find out next week because they're still playing a little coy.
All right. Well, people that aren't playing coy are people with all the money.
Yeah.
And whoever Spez is, really, at the end of the day, says, I have all the money, I make all the rules. And he's just fighting everybody. Well, speaking of rich people fighting, did you hear the one about the billionaires calling each other out on the socials?
What are we doing here? What is that? Yeah, of course I did.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was something like Mark Zuckerberg is posing like in a jiu-jitsu gi or something. He's got like a bulletproof vest on, and Elon Musk is like, you want to go? You want to do this? Zuckerberg's like, name the time, name the place, you fat bastard. And then it sounds like it's going to happen because Dana White gets involved. He's the CEO of UFC.
Yeah.
They wanted to do it in the actual octagon in Vegas. Now, on one side, this is great because we have two people that a lot of people loathe, willing to punch each other in the face. And on the other side...
Is it for free?
On the other side, the same thing. Like there's no bad. It's just we all get to see two billionaires fight like the horrible bosses that they are. And yes, they said like maybe it'll be for charity, but let's not count on that. Willy, do you want to see this fight?
Yes, but I want the stakes to be different.
Define.
One, I want it to be a street fight.
Oh, so not in the octagon, just like in some random alley in New York?
I want one person to be a boss, another person to be a boss. They need to get their executive suite to go at it, right? I want them to fight like Anchorman. They're going to go to town on each other, and then the final group gets to fight the final boss.
It's like a little... are you talking like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat partner rules, like tag in?
Yeah.
I defeat one person, next person comes in. Okay, all right, I like that. And street fight rules, meaning like weapons are allowed. Anything goes. No holds barred.
No tridents.
Cage match. No grenades.
No
Maybe
grenades. Maybe. I mean, they're probably supplying weapons to Ukraine. I bet they could take a few of those.
Oh, yeah.
Probably and Russia. Oof.
And then maybe Zuckerberg misheard and he wanted to fight with his MetaQuest.
Oh God.
Well, we can all hope that this is actually going to happen because I think we all win. No matter who loses in that fight, we all win.
I just want to see there's other stakes to this, Scott, and I'm curious before we move on if you have any other stakes.
Like ribeyes, porterhouses, what are we talking about here?
The biggest stakes. I want somebody to lose money, real money. substantial money. Like, let's talk about like $10 billion.
Which wouldn't even be, I don't know, a dent. They could probably make it back in a year.
Somebody did the
less.
math on how quickly Jeff Bezos makes money.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what his yearly net worth is. Per day, Scott, he makes $22 million.
You know, I'm not good at math, but I think that's a lot of money. You're
Yes.
not saying anything. Is not a lot of money anymore? Are you
Of course,
holding out on me, Willy?
of course, it's a lot of money.
Okay.
If they had to donate all of that themselves to a cause that other people voted on, they don't get to spend their own money. They don't get their lobbying power. I think, like, here you go. You got to give that up. You know what? The other person gets a stake in their company.
Oh. No, I don't like that. That's too much power. They need to subtract power, not they can't gain anymore. And yeah,
They could store it. They could store the power.
Elon Musk can't donate $10 billion to the Mel Gibson anti-Vatican fund. Like, we don't want that happening at all.
Well, here's the deal. I know Elon Musk is currently trying to build the biggest and the baddest batteries in the world, but there's a new crustacean in town, Scott.
What the shell are you talking about?
So I found this on a TikTok and was like, this cannot be real. But here it is. The Guardian this week had a post that said crab and lobster shells could be used to make renewable batteries. Scientists want to use a chemical found in crab and lobster shells to make batteries more sustainable, according to research. They say, we think biodegradable material or environmental impact and the performance of batteries are important for a product, which has the potential to be commercialized. What do you think about a world where they take all of the crabs and lobsters and just break them up into this material to make batteries out of? And the thing is, Scott, the batteries that they've created are 99.7% energy efficient, even after 1,000 battery cycles.
I think this is a missed marketing opportunity with The Little Mermaid. Like, they should have.
Disney's getting into batteries.
This is a synergy that just should have happened a long time ago. I guess I'm down, but does that mean like we lose all of these lobsters and crabs that have been basically immortal? and now there's just going to be. They've lived for hundreds and hundreds of years to suddenly just become the next switch battery.
I guess my question for you is like, what would you rename Red Lobster, first and foremost, and two, do you get a meal with your car when you buy one?
Yeah. Do you think we can just, like, when the battery's done, we take it out and take a bite out of it, maybe with a little white dipping sauce, tartar sauce?
Did you forget what tartar sauce was?
I don't eat a lot of seafood. I don't. Yes, I forgot what tartar sauce is. I haven't had it in like a decade.
Scott's over here like, is it cum? Is that what that is?
Speaking of, I saw
What?
for some reasons that are purely shoe related, I was on OxyClean's website today, and I kid you not, I swear they have a really fun marketing team. They have the strangest product names. Like they have a product name called like White Revive, Dark Power, and then my favorite, Baby Stain Remover. And I was like, what is this, just for your socks?
Oh God. Listen, I am never coming over to your house and fitting into your size 12s. I'm just not going to put them on.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to come over to my house. I think I'm going to want to come over to your house because, once again, I have another proposition for you. I think you should go live in Ireland.
Are you saying that I need to go be with my people?
Yeah. Are you part Irish?
50%.
50%, Willie. What if you could go back to the motherland? And what if they would pay you to do it?
Do they? Yes.
You're doing it? Okay, good. Well, there is a couple caveats.
Oh. I have to shuck crabs for the rest of my life.
You have to build batteries out of crustaceans.
Oh, God.
No. All you have to do is buy a house and fix it up.
I have a degree in architecture. I think I can figure that out.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And you can't live in a camper. You actually have to buy a house.
What do they define as a camper? Could a tent count?
No. I mean, for the first part, maybe the tent is the only thing. I don't know. You know how to pitch a tent, but I'm sure they want you to actually put some work into it, you know? They want you to stiffen up the walls.
I have to put work into it. I'm 36 years old. I have to put a lot more work into it than when I was 18.
Basically, you have to at least have a pole barn.
Oh, okay.
And so are you seeing no downsides to this?
Have you seen a downside to this yet?
Oh, yes, I have a downside for you. I'm glad you asked.
Why? Why?
Willy, welcome to another game called...
How much? Is it called How Much?
No, a little bit. It's called How Much Can Willy Pronounce?
This is a stupid game.
Willy, I
Stupid.
happen to have a list here of Irish names that you could possibly run into in your new Irish town.
Reykjavik?
And that's not even close. It's far away in a completely different country. So I'm going here's what we're going to do. You're going to open up messages.
It's there. It's ready.
I'm going to copy and paste names, and you have to, without cheating,
okay,
pronounce them for me. I'm going to start off with an easy one.
Oh.
And I know that you know this name.
Oh, God.
At least I'm pretty sure.
This episode, Scott makes Willy look like an idiot again.
All right, first one on the list. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, this is Roisin.
Correct. And you're also welcome for all the editing work that you'll be doing later to make sure that shows up for everybody watching the video.
This is going to fucking suck. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have to do it once for YouTube and another time for TikTok. Fuck you, Scott.
Oh, good. It's so good. All right, here's another easy one. This is maybe a little bit harder.
That wasn't easy. When you see the way it's spelled down here, that wasn't easy.
Okay, what about this one?
Killian?
Good. You got it. Congratulations.
Did I?
Yes.
Killian, my lad.
Okay.
I was like, what the hell?
Now, it's going to get interesting.
Oh, God.
For people listening on the podcast, the spelling is Aoife.
Yuffie?
That's actually not far off. It's Aoife.
Aoife?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Are they reading it backwards? Is there like a certain way that they spell things? Because Aoife, it's fine.
Yeah, it's Irish. It doesn't make sense. It's Gaelic. Here's the next one.
What are you sending me?
This one is spelled Blathnnaid. Take a shot.
Blathnnaid.
You are close. You are actually really close. Take out the TH. It is pronounced Blonid.
Blonid? Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, God. I was like, what's silent in this?
And because I hate you, I'm going up in difficulty. This one is Dearbhla.
Derbla.
Nobody says Derbla. I'm afraid. Nope. It is actually Dervla.
Dervla? There's not a V in that.
I know. Okay. I'm going to go back to a little bit of easy one. You should know this person from Star Wars, and it's about time. How do you pronounce Domhnall?
Domhnall?
You're good. You're close, but it's actually Donal.
Donal.
No M. Take the M out. I don't know why you even put it in there.
They're cutting out the middle. Just read the beginning and the end.
Let's end it on this one. This one was probably my favorite.
Next time we're going to do Texas city names because they're also just as bad.
I know. The last one here, you actually might know this because of several famous people.
Oh, Sabin?
Spelled Siobhan. It's not like the coach from Alabama. No, it is actually
Siobhan.
Siobhan.
Ha ha! I just thought of Power Rangers. I was like, it's got to be something similar to that, right?
It's very close, but those are the names that you could run into in your new palatial estate in Ireland. And, just I'm sure they'll give you a little leeway because you're 50%
And for
Irish.
$92,000, you
American.
too can go figure out how to pronounce all these names and listen to the beautiful Irish accent. What?
They already know how.
No, the Lurkers, they can go with me.
No, you said U2. U2's from Ireland.
Oh. What? Oh, well, hopefully we'll see you this weekend when I make an ass out of myself, because that's our show, lovely Lurkers. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Please rate and review wherever you lurk.
We appreciate you and all your love so very, very much. Let's remember, be kind to one another out there, and we will see you this weekend.